explaining to you first what range is. When somebody's got good range or bad range. Let me explain first what bad range is. Get in your stance, Mike. Say, Mike and myself are fighting. Okay, now, bad range is that I feel like I want to get up. This is my reach right here. This is how far I can reach. I want to get this close before I start punching at him. Okay, see here? That's how close I want to get if I've got bad range. Now, what is causing this is naturally I'm thinking in the sense that my arms are only this long and I'm watching him, and when he gets close enough that I think I can punch, I'm going to try to hit him with it. But see, this is not where you initiate your punches from. What you do is you get in this position right here as such. Get your hands up. Get your hands up, Mike. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one step out with my right leg and one step out with my left leg. Now this is where I really want to initiate my punches from. This is the range in which I want to box. Now the reason for this is because, get in your stance again, Mike, okay? Now you say, well, you can't reach him from here. Well, I can. As a matter of fact, without moving my right foot, and that's my push foot, without moving my right foot, I can actually punch through him to the other side of his head. I can hit him with a right uppercut from this range right here, or a left uppercut from this range right here. I don't have to get up to here before I punch. And the reason I don't is because by doing this here, all I have to do is step to make contact. Now, if he and I are boxing, and we're both in our rhythm boxing, and he's going to try to get this close to me before he punches each time, he's going to be in deep trouble. He's going to be in deep trouble because I'm going to initiate everything I do from out here. And that's why you see little short guys able to jab tall guys, and you say, how in the world are they able to do this? They don't have as much reach as the other guy. Well, that's how, because they know exactly where to initiate their punches from in order to get them a maximum amount of distance and range between them and the other guy. And this also has to do with your power. If I'm this close, if I have to jab or throw my punches from this close, a lot of times I'm going to smother my punches because more than likely he's making an advancement too when I punch, so therefore I'm smothering a lot of things, okay? Whereas from out here, when I initiate my punches, I'm going to get maximum leverage because I'm going to hit him on the end of everything. That's not to say that you can't punch hard inside. Of course you can punch hard inside, but you have to really shorten up. And we're going to be getting to that in a minute on the infighting portion of this clinic. But I probably need to explain to you that a punch that is landing right on the end is a lot harder than a punch that's landing this close up. So therefore, by initiating your punches from so close up with the other guy coming to you, you're going to smother a lot of it and you're not going to punch as hard. So naturally, you want to learn to initiate your punches from the furthest distance away. As a matter of fact, a wise old man once told me, Mr. Hugh Benbow, who's 89 years old, he once told me, he says, son, the sign of a good fighter is a guy that can initiate his punches from the furthest distance away, maximizing his leverage and not getting hit. And that is exactly right. If you can punch from the furthest distance away, getting maximum leverage without getting hit, that is what you need to be doing. And that's the purpose in teaching range. So range, the end of the range end of this is in one thought, and that is that if you stand with your hand up against the opponent's face, you take your right foot out and your left foot out the same distance, and that's where you punch from. That is how you establish good range. Okay, another thing, and I think I reminded y'all of this in an earlier segment or an earlier tape, that being eye level is super important. It is super important in infighting and fighting on the outside and making your approach to the other guy and pulling away from the other guy. It is super important that you remain eye level or lower. It'd be better if you could get under the guy, but at least eye level at all times. You never want to be up here looking down at the other guy, because if you're looking down at him, he's got his legs bent and has the use of his legs punching upward, and I got my legs straight punching downward, and I'm losing leverage and he's gaining leverage through the use of his legs. So The idea, anytime you see a fight on TV or somebody or something, and somebody says, get eye level, you need to get eye level, you need to get eye level. That's what they mean by that. They're losing their leverage.